Hi everyone, welcome to my channel Root Yoga Therapy. I'm your certified yoga therapist, Jasmine Leventhal, and I'm so excited to present this postpartum series to you. These next 10 videos are designed specifically for postpartum wellness and recovery. I intentionally made these videos shorter than what's offered in our prenatal series because I wanted you to feel like you can approach any video without feeling like you don't have the time to do it. So, hop into something comfy, join me on your mat, and let's reconnect back with our body and breath. Welcome back. So I have 2 blocks with me. You know how much I love props. We'll always have at least 1 or 2 blocks. If you don't have blocks, you can always use books. But if you have joined me through my prenatal series, you've probably already purchased blocks, or you have your props that you know, or your go-to props that you know work for your practice. We're going to get started on our backs. And I would like to start in a gentle heart opener. So what we're going to do is we're going to place 1 block just horizontally on your mat, and this is where this block is going to rest in between your shoulder blades. And this next block, let's start on the highest height. That'll support your neck. Now, once you get into the position, if you feel like you can move deeper into a back bend, you can adjust the blocks any way that suits your body. But for now, let's start at something really gentle, and we can work our way into deeper variations of the back bend later on in the practice. So again, you're going to want this bottom block to lay right in between the base of your shoulder blades. And already you can feel the heart gently open. Now, if you're breastfeeding or bottle feeding your baby a lot in the day, which we all are at the newborn phase, you're probably feeling very rounded for most of the day. So this is a really nice way to allow the shoulders to relax back, the chest to open, and then having the block at the highest height for the head is a good way to support the neck. Now again, if you feel you can go deeper, this isn't enough, please feel free to adjust the blocks any way that suits you. And once you're there, you're welcome to keep the knees bent, feet planted. I find that this is easiest on the low back. However, if you want to straighten the legs and you have 0 pain in your low back, you're welcome to do that, and feet can flop outward. Now notice my palms are down. I'm doing this because I'm looking to ground. Sometimes when we have a new baby, or we have a new baby and a toddler at home, we can feel like our world is just kind of crazy in the moment. So having the palms down just allows us to reconnect back with the earth, find a sense of steadiness and groundedness. And then as your shoulders begin to relax back, start to draw your attention inward. And working our way back to our intentional breath, in through the nose, out through the nose. Noticing the rise and fall of the belly. And these videos are shorter, so we won't be here as long, but still enough to allow the body to settle in. And take 3 more breaths here. Now to shift out of the pose, you're going to roll to one side, doesn't matter which, but roll to one side, have the lower arm outward as a little support, gently coming off your blocks, and then the opposite arm is going to come in front to help you move into a seated position. Wonderful. We can set our blocks off to the side for now and just have them at the ready. Good. Take an inhale, reach the arms skyward. And then exhale, floating the arms down by your sides. Nice, 2 more. Inhale, reaching the arms skyward. And exhaling as they float down. Last one, inhale, arms reach. And exhale, release. Good. We're going to take the fingertips to the fronts of the shoulders, and we're going to gently start to circle the shoulders. So elbows move forward, outward, and down. Forward, outward, and down. Good. 2 more. And last one. Really nice. Releasing the hands down in front of the knees. Doing some gentle movements with the head and neck. Inhale, gently look up, opening the front of the throat. Exhale, chin to chest. Good. 2 more. Inhale, gazing upward. Exhale, chin to chest. And last one. Inhale, gaze up. Exhale, chin to chest. Good. Pausing here, swinging the head gently over to the right and to the left. Good, and to the right. Just half circles, keeping the space behind the neck, and to the right. And 1 more each side. Good, and then gently bringing the head down to center and slowly lifting towards the midline. Let's come on to hands and knees position, our famous tabletop. I'm going to go ahead, have hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips, gentle cat-cows. Now be mindful of the belly. So we don't want to go into an extreme cow and really stretch the belly. So just go into a really gentle cow, slowly lowering the belly, lifting the heart. And exhale, round. Good. 2 more. And round on the exhalation. Inhale, coming into that cat pose. That cow pose. Arching the spine, and exhale, round. Good. Come back into your neutral position. Tuck your toes. Take an inhale, pressing into your hands. Use some belly strength to lift the knees off the mat. Holding here for a breath. And on your next exhale, gently shifting the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Now, like me, you might have to step your feet back to lengthen into your dog. And firming your hands into your mat. Let your head and neck go so your gaze should be towards the back of your mat or in between your legs. Good. Taking an inhale, reach the right leg up and back behind you. And slowly lower the foot. And we'll do the left side. Inhale, reach the left leg up and back behind you. Getting a nice stretch. And slowly lower down. Good. Taking an inhale, glide your body forward, coming into a high plank position. Now for the modification, you're welcome to lower the knees to the mat. So please be where you are on your postpartum journey. Pausing here, building a little heat. And then as you exhale, if your knees are still lifted, go ahead and lower them. Shift back, child's pose. Good. Sit bones towards your heels, forehead down towards your mat, arms stay stretched. Take an inhale, reach those fingertips forward. As you exhale, walk your hands over to the left edge of your mat. Get a nice side stretch in. Good. Inhale, walk the hands through center. And as you exhale over to the right edge of your mat, get a side stretch in on that left side body. Good. Inhale, come back to center. And press your way back into your hands and knees position. Take an inhale, extend your right leg back. Toes can stay on the floor for now. Draw your belly in, reach your left arm forward. Now, if you feel like you're ready to go into a deeper balance and work a little more strength, begin to float your right toes off the mat, coming into that balancing tabletop. Good. Take 1 more inhale. Exhale, lower it all down. Good. Inhale, stretch the left leg back, curling the toes under and keeping the toes on your mat and floating the right arm forward. Now again, you're welcome to stay here for something stronger. Float the left toes off the mat. Taking one more inhale. And exhale, releasing your hand and leg down. Once again, curl the toes, hover the knees, work that bit of strength. And exhale, shifting back, downward facing dog position. Good. Taking a full breath in, gently walk your hands all the way back towards your feet, folding forward at the back of your mat. Now, I like to crisscross my forearms here and really let my head and neck go. Keeping a slight bend into my knees is really nice, just so it kind of doesn't pull too much on the hamstrings. If you have the flexibility and space, you can start to straighten the legs. But definitely don't feel like that you have to do that to get the benefits here. In fact, I'd rather the knees be bent and the chest be closer to the thighs than have the legs straight and the chest be further from the thighs. And taking one more inhale. And as you exhale, slowly releasing the hands towards your shins or ankles. Inhale, lengthen out, halfway lift. And exhale, fold it back. Good. Hands glide up to the hips, bend deeply into the knees, lengthen your chest forward, use the strength of your legs to slowly rise to a stand. Really nice. Come to the top of the mat. And as you inhale, reach your arms skyward, nice big stretch. Exhale, folding forward, hinging at the hips. Take an inhale, lengthen your torso forward. And then as you exhale, firm your hands, step your left leg back and release the left knee down. Good. Untuck the left toes and place your hands to the top of the right thigh. Take an in-breath, lengthen the heart forward. And then as you exhale, use that help of the hand to gently rotate your spine. So opening up to a little twist here. Now, if you're feeling really good here and you have more space, you're welcome to float that right arm skyward. And if you're like feeling you have great energy and you want a little more strength, feel free to tuck the toes and lift the back knee off the mat. Okay, all good variations. Good. As you exhale, lower that back knee if it's lifted, releasing the right hand down, and then gently step your left foot forward, folding at the top of the mat. Inhale, working some strength, sitting back into chair pose, bend the knees, drop the hips, reach the arms. As you exhale, firm through the feet, rise to a stand, hands to heart. Good. Inhale, arms reach skyward. Exhale, fold it forward. Good. Inhale, lengthen your chest. As you exhale, step that right leg back, lower the right knee down. Good. Firm your right hand and then place that left hand on top of the thigh. Gently open the chest towards your left. Now, any variation you did on the right, please try and do on the left to keep nice balance through both sides of the body. So again, if that was raising the left arm skyward, please go ahead and do that, or maybe working that stronger twist. Good. One more breath. And then as you exhale, releasing the hand, release the back knee if it's lifted, and step the foot forward. Find the chair pose, keeping the feet hips distance apart. Bend your knees, drop your hips, reach the arms forward, and then arms up towards ears. Root down through the feet, rise. And exhaling, hands to heart. Really nice. Let's take a nice wide step outward on our mat. Good. Toes slightly inward, so almost like slight pigeon toe feet. And then you're going to inhale, reach the right arm skyward, and then up and over. Find a nice side body bend. Good. Come back to center on your exhalation. Inhale, reach the arm. Find that nice side body bend. Exhaling back to center. Good. Inhale, arms forward and up. And we're going to take a dive forward all the way down, hands towards the mat. Now, this is a great place to maybe grab your blocks on the way. Hands can be on blocks. Or if you have a lot more space, you can use one block, place your head on it. And that can be a really nice supportive pose here. Now, if you're trying to work more flexibility, I would encourage you to widen your legs as much as you can. And if you are very flexible, I would actually encourage you to bring the feet in a little closer together. And last breath here. And slowly lengthening the chest forward, hands to hips, and rise up to a stand. Good. Walk or step the feet in towards one another, and let's take a seat on our mat. So famous butterfly pose, I worked this a lot. It's during the prenatal series. It's one of my favorite poses for the hips and inner thighs. Again, blocks are a great place to support you here, especially if you're really sore through the inner thigh or outer hips. This will just help release some of that tension. And then you're welcome to stay here in this nice upright position and just finding that lined breath through the center of the body. If you have more space, you're not using blocks, then you're welcome to walk the hands forward any amount. And again, a nice place to grab a block and maybe rest the forehead. And gently walking the hands back towards the shins. Move your props off to the side. Taking your hands to the outside of the knees, gently bring the knees in towards together. And we're going to lie back onto the mat. So place your hands behind you, slowly lowering yourself down. Now setting up for bridge pose. Placing your hands by your sides, again, feeling the backs of the shoulder blades pressing down, feeling the earth against the palms for that sense of grounding and stability. Driving down through the feet, gently lifting the hips. Now, be mindful that you're not bringing your chin to your chest. We want to keep the neck in neutral. Just pressing through the feet, using the strength of the legs and the backs of the shoulders to really find some space here. Good. Take one more inhale. And exhale, slowly coming down. The next version, we're going to take the arms up and over our head. So again, pressing through the feet, take an inhale, lift the hips, and slowly start to take the arms up and over, finding a little more space through the side of the body and the front of the heart. And as you exhale, slowly releasing hands all the way down by your side and bringing the body back. Good. Now for the final variation, there's two options. If you have the space in your shoulders, you'll be able to interlace the hands. If not, you can grab a little towel that you might have, or a strap, or something like the strap from your robe, or you can simply grab the outer edges of the mat. I know, lots of options, but I just want you to be able to find something that you can work with to maximize your benefits. So press down through the feet, lift the hips. Again, you can hold the edges of the mat, grab a little towel or something to make up the space, or tuck the shoulders under, interlock the fingers, and firmly press the forearms down as you lift. And taking one more inhale. And as you exhale, slowly release what you have and come on down. And stretching your left leg forward, hug your right knee up towards your chest. Give it a nice squeeze to help release tension through the lower back. And switch. Extend the right leg forward, left knee comes in. Really nice. And from here, take that left knee over to the right, finding a gentle spinal twist. We can never really do these pregnant, so this might feel really good on the body. And if you want, you can start to gaze towards your left side. And gently come back to center with that left knee. Once again, switch, re-extend the left leg forward, hugging right knee in and moving right into your twist. Taking the right knee over to the left and maybe shifting your gaze. Really nice, coming back to center. Good, re-extend the right leg forward and soften the hands back down by your side. If you feel like you want to be more connected with your body, please place one hand on your belly, one hand on your heart, and we'll end our practice with 5 conscious breaths. In through the nose, pause at the top of the inhale, out through the nose, pause at the bottom of the exhale. Again, in through the nose, pausing at the top, exhaling through the nose, pausing at the bottom. 3 more, just like that, 4-part breath. Inhaling, pause, exhaling, pause. Last 2. Inhale, pause, exhale, pause. And last one. Inhale, pause, exhale, pause. Really nice. Take one full breath in through the nose. Open mouth, exhale. If you have a few more minutes, you're welcome to lay here in Shavasana, releasing any control over the breath and just allowing yourself to simply melt into your mat. If you're skipping Shavasana, slowly roll to one side and find your way into a seat. Remember, for those of you taking Shavasana, you're welcome to stay there for as long as you're able. For those of you ready to close, bring the hands to heart center, really honoring the time you took out of your day to spend on your mat, to give back to yourself so you can continue to thrive. Thanks for joining. Namaste.